So Scotty, the end of the year is finally here. We're at Newcastle and you are a two-time Supercars champion. Has that sunk in for you yet?
It's probably sunk in this weekend. You know, last year I wouldn't touch the trophy and all that sort of stuff, so now I'm like, yeah, give me that, or it's really cool. So Sandown, obviously, we just played it pretty cool, and this weekend was all about our party and having a good time, and really excited to go out there and have a crack this weekend and not have too much pressure on me, but at the end of the day, there is a bit of pressure because we want to bring home the team's championship, which is important. So, you know, proud to have won, you know, 2 championships. One was amazing, but to get 2 is just incredible, and be forever grateful for the position I'm in.
I know you're pretty superstitious, and in previous years you haven't wanted to go anywhere near that trophy and touch it before it was yours. But I saw you've had a bit of a cuddle with it.
Yep.
How did it feel to have it in your arms
Bloody
again?
good, bloody good. And it had my name on it from last year, which was cool because it hadn't been on all year. So to the photo guys, I was like, yeah, I can hold it this year, don't worry. And I grabbed it, and it was cool. So if I hadn't done it before Sandown, though, I wouldn't have touched it because I just don't think that's the right thing to do. But when you're in season, but it was a pretty cool moment.
The Ford Mustang makes it 2 from 2 on debut.
It was such a big deal, wasn't it, rocking up to Adelaide, because you were the defending champion, but we were also unveiling the Mustang for the first time, and there was a lot of expectation around it. I don't think any of us will forget the moment you sang Horses when you crossed the line. I mean, you must sit in this position now and reflect on some of those real highlights through the year.
Yeah, it's been fun. You know, it started at Adelaide and then it's just carried on throughout the year. We've had a couple of moments, obviously spinning at Auckland, and then you know, Bathurst win and racing Shane, and then on to, you know, the Gold Coast crash. So we've had everything.
This is going to be a drama for McLaughlin. Oh, what a roof. This is not good. That's the McLaughlin car.
If anything, this year's probably, for the emotions, has been probably tougher.
So what have you learnt through the course of the year? Because you've had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. What are the support mechanisms that you've had around you, I guess, to get you through those times, and what have you learned?
I've certainly realised there's a life away from supercars, getting away from the track and just sitting down with my mates working on my go-kart, or having a beer at the pub or whatever, and enjoying my family time, what I've got of it. You know, mum and dad have been massive for me. It's been tough for them, what's been said and stuff like that. They're obviously very proud of me, and I've tried to keep strong for them, and it's been really, it's been a really good, humbling year and character building year.
Have you had to remind yourself at moments about why you love this sport?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You tend to, when you get into the sport, you know, you get caught up in the, you know, the politics and all that sort of stuff, and you forget why you got into it. And I wish I could go back to, sometimes I wish I could go back to, you know, go-karting, Scott, in some ways, and enjoy pulling the cart out of the trailer with my dad. And because we were so fixated on that dream of being where I am now, which I'll never take for granted, but with the dream, when you get to the dream, the pressures that come with that, it's completely different. So there's times where I just wish I could go back with my old man and just do some go-karting.
Yeah, have all the innocence of that back.
Oh yeah.
No one tells you, do they?
Yeah.
All the other extra bits that come with it.
I'd much rather cop a hiding from the old man than cop anything from anyone else. And he, you know, my mum and dad, like I said, they wear their heart on their sleeve. They'll be here this weekend, and you know, I'm proud, you know, of who they have made me as a person.
What do you say to those people who say this season is tainted, that your success is tainted?
For me, we've won races 18 times. Throughout that time, we've won races with a legal car. We've been checked 325 times, and we got infringed once. For me, this is why the year's not tainted. You know, I've worked hard for this. My team's worked hard for this, and I feel like we've performed in a sportsmanship, sportsmanlike, professional way. And I'll forever, you know, people always say it could be tainted or whatever, but I'll forever know that I won this on merit, and my team did as well.
26-year-old Kiwi, Scott McLaughlin, wins the Supercheap Auto Bathurst 1000 of 2019.
What you've been able to achieve this year is off the back of incredibly hard-working people who have invested so much time and energy into what you now are able to celebrate this year. That started 3 years ago. Is that a fair assessment of actually how the mechanism works in sport and what you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, even further. You know, I think even when I started with Gary Rogers Motorsport in 2013, and there's so much that I need to thank Gary for. It's his final event, and he shaped me as a person to get to this point. 2016 I signed my new deal with DJR Team Penske. But yeah, it has been a build-up. 17 obviously, I was so close, missed it, but I felt like we came back stronger in 18 when we really had to combat the dominance of the Commodore that came out, which was a strong car. I knew that if we built a good car, at least on par with the Commodore, that we would be there or thereabouts in 2019. And if I drove as good as I did in 2018, if not better, if I could make myself better, and I certainly have a lot more to achieve and a lot more to make myself better on for this year, but we'd be okay. And yeah, 2019's been unreal.
So when you talk about the records this year, and there have been tons, I felt like every single time we had you on the desk, Box Sports, we were, adding another one to the list. The Darwin Triple Crown was absolutely unbelievable. When you look back on all the records this year, which one has been the most satisfying for you?
I think the win record for me. To win the amount of races we have as a group, 20 races as a team, 18 races on my car. It's something we should be really proud of, and it just epitomises what we're about. Effort equals results, and I'm proud of the effort that we've put in as an organisation, and forever we'll be grateful to drive for this team.
So you still feel like there's plenty for you to achieve in supercars?
Oh, absolutely. Geez, Jamie's got 7, so I'd love to try and just win as many as I can. And what he's done in this sport, the amount of wins he's had, if we can get any close to that, I'll be a pretty proud bloke.
What have you learnt this year about being a champion?
You're an ambassador, you're a role model, you're in the public eye a lot more, and that you've got to take it in your stride. You can't let people think that you're anything else but yourself. You've just got to be who you are and who got you, and be the person that got you to this point. And I think that's put me a lot at ease, and really looking forward to being another ambassador for the sport, and seeing what we can achieve.
Scotty, congratulations on becoming a 2-time Supercars champion.
Thank you.
I hope this weekend is everything and more.
Thank you.
Celebrate hard.
I will, don't worry. You know me. Thanks.